Good morning. My name's Ed Stockhausen. I'm the Chief Advancement Officer at Open Doors Academy, and I'm also a member of the Cleveland Leadership Center's Cleveland Bridge Builder program from the class of 2019. Today, I am here with Renee Jones. This is the next installation of the Cleveland Leadership Center's Leadership Live. And so we got Renee today. She's the president and CEO of the Renee Jones
Empowerment Center.
Empowerment Center.
Yes.
Empowerment Center. All
Yes.
right. How long has the Empowerment Center been around?
Almost 2 decades.
Stop. 2
Mm-hmm.
decades?
Almost.
So why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and the center?
Okay. Well, the center started probably almost 20 years ago, before we had a space. We recently moved. We were in the Detroit Shoreway area for about 17 years. And now we just moved to this new location and have been in this new location since July of this year.
Wow, that's terrific. So who do you serve?
And so our main focus is serving victims and survivors of human trafficking and those of sexual assault. We provide holistic programming to help them rebuild their lives.
Wow. And what does program or what do services look like?
So we have a huge variety of services, because it takes a lot of these services to help these victims and survivors rebuild their lives. So there's a number of therapies. There's counseling, there's group therapy, there's individual therapy, journal therapy, horse therapy. And so those are like some of our therapies that we use. We also have life skills, GED programs for trauma-informed yoga, lots of different things to help that individual heal.
Wow. Sounds like you have a lot of partnerships.
We do.
Yeah.
And because partnerships are the key. So we partner with the May Dugan Center for a GED program that we're going to be implementing in this new location. And so that's a good partnership. And it's just wonderful to also work with other social service agencies who may offer housing or a service that we don't offer, that we can partner with.
So how many people do you impact every year?
So I would say it would be in the hundreds if we include outreach.
Yeah.
So with the human trafficking victims, you get people referrals from different places like the court system, other social service agencies, and a lot from the activities that we do with our outreach, which is street outreach, strip club outreach, and truck stop outreach.
Wow. So it sounds like you're actually covering a lot of geographic territory.
Yes.
Not just one specific neighborhood.
Oh, no. So we have something called Project Red Court Night Out, where we focus on particular neighborhoods. So for example, we have Project Red Court Night Out on Lorraine Avenue, which is tonight. As a matter of fact, we do it monthly. And we chose that area because it's one of the highest areas of prostitution in the city of Cleveland. Therefore, we know that we're going to encounter women, children, young men who are being sold and trafficked on the streets. So that's how that started. And then we expanded to East Cleveland, another area where lots of trafficking happens. There's lots of motels that are alive and well, and everything else is not. Not a lot of other things going on there.
That's true.
But those hotels and motels are very active. So we do street outreach there. We moved here in this neighborhood, and we did an outreach a couple of weeks ago. So this is a new location that we'll be doing.
So this is Old Brooklyn, right?
Yes, Old Brooklyn.
Okay, and you just moved into this
We
office?
just moved in, and on the
Still
20th,
hanging drywall?
Yes, and on the 20th, we had our first outreach.
Wow, that's incredible.
And it was awesome.
So you've got a new home, but you've been doing this for about 20 years.
Yes.
Tell me about how you got involved in this issue. You're impacting hundreds of lives, but
Yes.
what's your backstory?
Yeah, so my backstory is really different. I was the director of human resources at the Great Lakes Science Center for about 19 years. And I used to, on my way to work, I would just drive by and see, lots of homeless people. I just always had a heart for hurting and broken people. And I started a weekly empowerment program at the Bishop Cosgrove Center. And I was just, one day a week, stop in 20, 30 minutes because they didn't have a long attention span, and do empowerment programs. And over a period of maybe I would say about 6 months, lots of people started getting off the street, which was my goal. And then I decided to have a gala, and it was just a lot of work. And I think it went on for about a year, and we had this big gala to celebrate all these people whose life had changed. And then I decided, I've learned from that experience, if we can just provide people that are broken with the tools that they need, and don't have all these rules and regulations. Like if you need a shirt on Thursday and that's not the day they give out clothes, let's break the rules and give them a shirt and pants. You know what I mean?
I am all for breaking the rules.
Right?
Yes.
So it was those kind of things. I wanted to create a center where we didn't have all those barriers, that we could just be what the person needed, and not have, all those things that would hinder them.
So empowering the
person. That was
to
my
change
thing.
their lives.
Yes. And when you empower someone, you help them to change their life. If I just give you something and you just continue to come to me for me to give you a particular, then you don't really grow. But when you become empowered, your life changes, And so first you have to take someone who's so broken, build them up, let them know that they have value no matter what they've been through or what they've been told or what kind of background they come out of. They're worth something, and they have a talent and a gift, and it's our job to dust them off, make them stand up straight, feel empowered, and really let the gift that we all have inside of us come forth.
That really sounds to me like why this matters to you.
Yes.
Why does this matter to our community?
Yeah, I think that it's everybody. When sometimes people say, "Oh, well, this never happens," and this matters to everyone. The more when we see all of the different things that we see in the world today, all the crime, and those are all people that don't feel loved, don't feel connected. People want to feel connected and cared for. And in life, things can just happen that can change your life in a day, and you can fall down, but we can't just keep condemning them. It's worth it for everyone in our communities that people are empowered, because then they know that they have worth and value. They don't have to do all these things or be involved in crime and illegal activity.
Yeah. So in this work, what are a few examples of the primary challenges that you face, or that the people you serve face in getting their lives back in order and you helping serve them? Yeah.
The first thing is that convincing them that they're worth it.
Stop.
Yes, that's it. Because when you have lived on the street and you've been sold and all these horrible things have happened to you, that self-esteem is like zero. So that's one of the first things we work on, building confidence and self-esteem, because you've got to know your worth and value. And we do that where we provide an environment where they can pretty much get all the services they need in here. Even so much a medical clinic that's run by students. So this is like their home, this is their space. They're involved in every aspect of what we offer. There's not one program that we implement without their input.
That's great. That's great. Soliciting that feedback from them. So I'm gonna make a bet that you wouldn't be here in this new space, serving hundreds of people a year, if it weren't for a lot of people who support you.
Absolutely.
Whether that's with treasure or with time or with talent.
Absolutely.
So what's one small way for people to help you overcome these challenges, or for them to help the people you serve overcome these challenges?
I think, we have volunteers are wonderful, because that's how we've survived, because we're small and we need the help of great volunteers who bring their skills and talents, and we implement them.
What kind of volunteer opportunities are available?
Facilitators. We have people that are group facilitators. They have business skills. They can teach the women about business. There's life skills they can teach. There's, resume building, work skills, interviewing skills.
Sounds like a lot of opportunity.
A lot of opportunities. And just even mentorship. being involved and partnering when we go places and they get to know the volunteers.
Yeah.
That's how they build relationships, because a lot of the victims and survivors, they don't really know what friendship is because they've been isolated with this trafficker. So
they might have trust issues.
Yes, and they have trust issues.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Those are some really great small ways
Yes.
to engage and to help.
yes.
What about some big ways?
Big ways are always finances.
Oh, you're getting a call.
Right. Oh,
You're a busy woman. I get it.
That phone is nonstop. But finances, because it takes money to be able to do these things,
Yeah.
and to be able to offer like horse therapy, and we take the women for spa days, and social outings is one thing. Getting people to donate tickets to events so we can expose them to different things.
I think that's a volunteer call.
Yes,
right
I think
now.
so too.
Thank you.
So, and just helping us to maintain what we're able to offer.
Yeah.
And that helps us with our operations.
Okay. So if people are curious, and you shared a lot about what you do here and what your team does and what your volunteers do. But if people are going to leave with one thing, what's the one thing that you want them to know about the Renee Jones Empowerment Center?
That we are love warriors. That we love people back to wholeness. I mean, that's when you walk through here, you'll see a lot of love signs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's all about love. Love is the greatest force in the world. And you can change a horrible situation with the power of love. And that's the number one thing. When people come in, we want them to feel themselves. Even if you're a volunteer, man, that's different. I felt something different in there. That's because they love on people. And when you feel that, you create that atmosphere. And then great things can happen.
I don't know if you guys can feel it on Facebook Live, but I just met Renee earlier this morning,
Yes.
and I can feel the love.
Oh, good.
It is so comfortable to sit here with you.
Wonderful.
From the moment I walked in this office,
Wonderful.
it's just been nothing but welcoming.
Thank you.
So this is part of the Cleveland Leadership Center's Leadership Live
Yes.
program, and obviously you've been able to achieve amazing things.
Yes.
And you've been able to bring people together to impact other people's lives.
Yes.
So what's an essential piece of advice about leadership, or maybe it's more than advice, maybe it's wisdom,
Yes.
that you've picked up along your journey? And maybe it's something that you wish you had known sooner.
Yes. Well, one thing that I really like to share is that diversity is key. And I don't just mean that in racial, I mean that in experience. Bringing people together, that's what's so beautiful here. Our pool of people that work together, they're from all different backgrounds, all different nationalities, all different socioeconomical status. It doesn't matter. And the beauty of that, of everybody coming together with their ideas, is so powerful. And how you just come together in love. I mean, that's the greatest thing I like to share, because people miss out on so much because if they're not familiar, maybe we are different. We have some different things we do, but that's what makes it beautiful. You can share with me what's different. I can share with you what's different, but it's a learning. It's great.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you are able to accomplish great things. We've been able to accomplish great things because we've got great people, great minds coming together from all backgrounds, and they are all valued. Their opinion matters. Their input matters. And I would say that that's, to me, a good leader, when you are able to bring people all together like that and accomplish a goal.
That's incredible. So if people wanted to find out more about being a love warrior
Yes.
and supporting the Renee Jones Empowerment Center,
Yes.
how would they go about doing that?
Yes, they can call the center.
What's the number?
And I know this is terrible because we just moved and I can't remember this number.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
My glasses on.
Oh, you're good.
417.
417-0823.
Yes.
So again, that's 216-417-0823.
Yes.
Now you guys have a new office.
Yes,
so
we
for
do.
people who are used to seeing you in Detroit Shoreway, you're not there anymore, right?
We're not there anymore. And you can visit our website at rjecempower.org. to find out about our programs, to get a volunteer application if you're interested in volunteering, and to connect with us on our social media, Facebook, Instagram. We're connected on all those things.
That's terrific. So again, that's rjecempower.org.
Yes.
Terrific. Well, Renee, thank you so much for sharing some of your time this morning.
Sure.
I heard that you have a very special surprise downstairs.
I do.
So your day is just getting better.
It's just getting better.
And I hope that this phone keeps on ringing from people who have just fallen in love with what you guys are doing and want to learn more about how they can help you and the Empowerment Center here make an impact in the lives of women.
Yes, and thank you so much for choosing our location to come and visit today. We appreciate that.
Well, you know, the thing I didn't share earlier is that you just spent some time with the Cleveland Leadership Center's new class of Onboard Cleveland. Early career professionals,
okay.
right? You were holding court with what, 25 of them in here?
Yes, okay. Good.
I watched them leave here starstruck.
Wow, that's awesome.
You have 25 new nieces and nephews.
That's
Watch
great.
out.
I love them. I try to get them all to volunteer.
That's it.
Thank you
Look,
so much.
Thanks to everyone who's joined us this morning.
Yes.
Stay tuned for additional episodes, additions to the Cleveland Leadership Center's Leadership Live. And in the meantime, reach out to Renee here at the Renee Jones Empowerment Center. Thank you, Renee.
Thank you so much.